Yo, what the fuck is cracking, internet? Like my sassy t-shirt from the Big Lair Show. Pretty sick, high quality, good stuff. Shilling it. So today we will be talking about what my goals are and what everything I do and the future plans and my vision for my life and humanity. So, how shall I start? The main goal of what I do in my entire life is to make fucking money, right? Because that's what, despite what people say and what people believe in, capitalism, money is what makes the world go around. So when I say that, when people say not everything's about money, I strongly disagree, right? Money can solve 99% of all problems. No, not 99%, like 90% of all problems, right? So the thing is, like, when people say that capitalism is not a good thing, it's a bad thing, right? Well, let me ask you, why don't you work for free? If you don't want to work for free, you're part of capitalism, right? It's an exchange. It's an exchange of value. That's what it is. But most 99%ers and most people who don't own a business, most people who aren't entrepreneurs, most people who aren't associated with finances, they think they're not associated with finances, right? That you're just fucking wrong. So, like, the thing is, here's another thing that one of my mentors has taught me, is that you are part of the finance game, whether you like it or not. As long as you use the currency, you are part of the finance game. So the thing is, like, explain to me why that if the economy crashes, right, why does it affect you? Because you're part of the game, right? As long as you hold currency from, you know, a country's currency, right, you are part of the finance game. So, like, if, let's just say, if American dollars tomorrow just fucking went to zero, right, don't you think the entire America will fall apart? I strongly believe it will, right? It's a theory. It's a really likely theory. But then, like, what about all the businesses? What about like everyone who uses a thing? Like, you think that doesn't affect them? Like, they're getting paid what? $10 an hour, $5 an hour, you know, $7 an hour, whatever the minimum wage is, like. So, but if that goes to zero and then the currency doesn't work anymore, you don't think you're in finance? Fucking wrong, right? So once again, not coming from me, coming from the people above, right? All the mentors, all the real OGs, all the fucking people who fucking made me, right? So, like, that makes a really valid point. No one gets it. So step one is to make fucking money, make fucking banks. Sorry, I got a text from a friend. Make fucking banks, alright? And then, after making banks, after living a comfortable life, when I say comfortable, I mean, you know, like, so what's gonna happen is, when I make my fucking stacks and my banks, right, I want fame. After fame, then I will use my fame on my YouTube channel, on my social media, to help educate the rest of the two people who follow me, right? Just like any other influencers, just like any other entrepreneurs. So that's how it's going to work. That's what my goals are, right? So make money from finance, from trading, and just, you know, with the profits that I make, I would be redistributing it, or, you know, reinvesting into housing market, into real estate, into other businesses, right? So then I get cash flow. Cash flow is king. So that's number one. Number two would I would also have a fund managing business, right? A YouTube channel with heaps of merch, right? I want to sell jewelry in the future, right? Crypto jewelry, because I'm a big believer in crypto. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna have, like, make rings, earrings, necklaces that represent Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know, BNB. Right? Fuck Ripple, because fucking Ripple's a shitcoin. But, like, all the other, like, Neo, Tron, if you're into that, EOS, right, the pedophile coin, that's what I call it, that's what me and my friends call it. So, like, all that, like, you know, jewelry for that, right? So I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's going off topic now. So, like, make money, then with money you can buy fame. With fame you can buy money. So once I have enough money, when I buy, you know, brand new Lexus, buy brand new Lambo, penthouse, you know, fucking people, what's sad is, this is the thing, people are attracted to shiny objects, right? Like 90% of the majority, 99% of people are attracted to I think what the entrepreneurs call it is the shiny object syndrome, right? People are attracted to that. So I wish I didn't have to buy a Lambo, buy a fucking, a Rolls Royce, a Bentley to show off, to actually get your attention. But that's just how it is. Like, especially with females, hypergamous nature. Touchy topic, but it's part of science. It's their mating strategy. It's not personal. It's just how their DNA embedded, and it's the same with masculinity and ego. It's embedded in a guy, in a man's DNA for us to be egotistic, for us to be masculine, right? But then society nowadays is calling it toxic. It's fucking retarded. Going off topic, but in saying that, so I would be using all these materialistic and shiny objects, right, to gain fame. That's how you buy. It's how you buy fame with money, right? And then it goes the other way around. So when Kim Kardashian, or when what's her sister's name, Kendall Kardashian, or was it Kendall Jenner, and Kylie Jenner, right? You think they don't trade their fame? They make a product and then they shill it themselves. They'll promote it. They'll market it themselves. All these little, 18, 16, 17-year-old girls, like 12-year-old girls, right? She becomes an icon. She becomes an influencer for these little girls. And then when she shows it right, those little girls are going to get her mom's credit card, her dad's credit card to buy it. So then she's trading her fame for money. And what I'm doing is I'm always chasing money first. Money is always number one. Money is key. Funds are key. Wealth is key, right? So after that, when I, can vlog with my brand new Lambo, brand new Ferrari, whatever the fuck it is, it doesn't matter. All those shit's stupid anyways. It's just to build traction, to build views, to build clickbait, right? Once again, when I have enough, that's what's gonna happen, right? And then in my new penthouse, in my new mansion, do a vlog on it, and then people eventually will follow you. And then on top of that, I'll be giving away my experience in finance, in entrepreneurship, in just, money in general. The thing is, the problem with school, the problem with fucking the traditional education system, right? It doesn't change. It's fucking full of shit, right? So we have to find other ways to teach the next generation. In a way, you have to farm new entrepreneurs, right? Farm new Elon Musks. The thing is, school filters out creativity in most people. For you to be an entrepreneur, you would have to have a really big creativity, right? I didn't say it. Jack Ma said it, right? It's very true. School filled my brain with a lot of junk. I'm just reprogramming the next generation, right? The thing is, there are other people doing it already. It's just that I want to help change. I want to help save the next generation, right? Because if we head down where we're going now, I think society will really crumble. I have a lot of friends and a lot of family, a lot of people that would disagree with me, but I'm entitled to my opinions and what I believe in, and what I'm doing is a good cause, right? So I'll be using the money that I make from finance, from investments, from businesses, from entrepreneurial, gigs, VCs, ventures, to build fame, and then use my fame, use my YouTube channel, leverage the platform to give free education, right? Just restructure the entire thing, right? Make an impact into society, so the next generation would learn, right? So like, just like, who else is I think out there? I think there's like Gary V, Dan Locke, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, the shit that they're doing, right? But my own twist to it, right? Just teach the next generation, and then things like, as we all thrive, as we all push together, things like Star Wars. A lot of things in Star Wars is coming to life with tech and science. Well, all of it is coming true, right? You just need to find a way to accelerate, to push it more, right? So that's my big goals. I've spoken to a lot of people. A lot of people did say they think I'm fucking crazy. They think I'm insane. They think I'm really childish. They think I'm naive. But once again, don't you think Elon Musk going to Mars is fucking childish? It's fucking impossible. Oh, but are you Elon Musk? I'm getting there. I'm 21. I'm 20 fucking 7. Elon Musk is what? Fucking 40, 41, 42, right? It didn't happen overnight, right? All this grind, all this shit I'm doing, right? All this fucking bullshit. I'm just sharpening that knife. So when it comes, I fucking slaughter all you motherfuckers, right? And then the point is to. So that's what it is. That's mainly what my goals are. And then in the future, when I have enough more and I have enough money, when it comes to 100 million, a billion, right? It all starts with mindset. So when I do get that in the future, I will start putting more money into medical research, right? There isn't enough money in medical research, in my opinion. One of my mentors also said this as well. All these people, a lot of people are putting too much money into this bad example, but like this is the first thing that can come into my head. A fucking notification. So cars, like don't get me wrong, I love cars. I love race cars, sport cars, supercars, hypercars, right? I love all of them, right? The thing is, we've reached a cap in sport cars, right? Cars don't need to be any faster. If you look at all these Koenigsegg, Bugatti, they're trying to push it so much more further in terms of top speed, right? Like things like, I think after 204, I think about 200 miles per hour, anything after that, it gets harder and harder because of physics, because of time, because of, you know, limited resources and everything, to be pushing that car to go any faster, right? It gets capped out. That's the thing. It's like physics is holding us back, especially when it's planted on wheels. If you can have like a new rocket ship or a new plane, right, that you don't need traction. For cars to work, you need traction. So it gets really limited unless you can come up with new. I think electric is going to be the future of cars. Tires. You have to come up with new material for tires, and then more downforce, more horsepower. It's unlimited. Like it doesn't stop. So things like, we have cars that go from 0 to 60 in like 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, right? In the correct conditions. We don't need cars to be any more faster. Like the thing is like, that's the thing. It's like, so you're going to spend another hundreds of millions, billions of dollars into refunding, you know, R&D, research and development, and for cars. But you don't need this car to go any faster. Like, it's enough, right? Probably make it more better efficiency, but no one thinks about that. It's just strange. So all that millions of dollars, all that billions of dollars. Like, check out. Put it this way. It's really expensive for you to race F1, Formula One cars, because a lot of that technology is illegal, right? A lot of the stuff they do in R&D, right? It's not illegal. It's just that, like, for road it's illegal, right? But that's a perfect example. Like, why is it, like, if I think for an F1 car, it's millions of dollars for one F1 car, and then like these races crash it all the time. That's money down the drain. So why don't we instead of putting money into F1 or racing or, you know, supercars, why don't we spend it more on scientific research, or, you know, science research, medical research, right? Why don't we save cancer? Why don't we stop AIDS? Why don't we stop people from dying, right? So we can accelerate, you know, push further into humanity. Like, there's just not enough money going into medical and science research. So once again, once I win the game, and I'm very certain that I will, very confident that I will, once the market turns around, that's what my goals will be, is to change the next generation, right? Sending a message on my YouTube channel, exactly like this one, right? It's to prove a point. And also fund, you know, help other more poorer people. Like, you know, there are people in Africa, there are people in Asia that need help, right? So help them with education, right? Give it all away for free. That's what it's about. So, like, once again, all my money comes from investments, from financial markets and entrepreneurial businesses, right? So, and then you just give back to humanity, because I feel like in the future, when I do make it, I feel like it's obligation. Other people have said that already. Like, you need the next, like, there's no point of being rich. There's no point of being, you know, on top of everything if there won't be the next generation, right? So that was probably a really bad video. Probably I fucking ranted too long. I don't even know if I make fucking my point across. But that should be all for today, or for this video. So peace, motherfucking peace.